How's it going, everyone? Right in the eye here, back to you guys with another video. This video is the update on my upgraded liquid cooling setups in my PC. I'll run through all the components again, just like I did the first time, and I'll show you everything that's on my computer, so we'll have like a setup video. That's what this will be, as well as the upgrades I'll point out. So the first thing on the list is the new liquid CPU cooler I have there. That is an Origin PC Frostbyte 360mm radiator. We can see up here we have 3 fans, the radiators under there. These are all by Origin PC. Each fan is around $25 because they're high performance ultra silent fans meant for static pressure and airflow, so they're kind of like a hybrid fan. And on the underside I have 3 AF120 red LEDs by Corsair fans. The means for the upgrade of the radiator is for mainly my 4790K while it was overclocked to 4.7 gigahertz. With the Corsair AX1200i GTX, I was hitting 100 degrees there on the core. The core number 1 that you see is 74, and now I'm at 74 degrees, and this is in the middle of Crisis 3 running, if you want to see there, 60 frames per second because I got VSync on. It's a 4K, the PB287Q Asus 4K panel, 60 hertz, 60 frames per second, dual Titan-X's, so this is no problem for this. And the Titan-X's, to move on now, I do have the 4790K underneath the cooler there, which is overclocked now again to 4.7 gigahertz. Before, with the H100i GTX, I had to underclock it just another little bit to 46 to make it where it wouldn't hit that TJ Max at 100 degrees. And now, before, it was hitting like, even with it at 4.6 gigahertz, it was still hitting like 85. And as you can see, I'm in the middle of this game right now. It's at 74 with gigahertz above, so 10 degrees cooler with 0.1 gigahertz higher. So as you can see, the Origin PC Frostbyte 360mm radiator is doing its job very well. Moving on here, before we get to the Titans, we'll go with the motherboard. The motherboard is the Gigabyte GA Z97X Gaming G1 motherboard. We have Corsair Vengeance Pro Red DIMMs, 2400 megahertz, 32 gigabytes of memory there. That is 4x8, so 4 8 gigabyte sticks. I still have the nice red Corsair custom cabling for the AX1200i power supply by Corsair, 1.2 kilowatts. Still have the Samsung 850 Pro boot drive, 256 gigabytes, and the Toshiba 2 terabyte 7200 RPM mass storage drive there. In addition to my Titan-X's, they are now Titan-X hybrids. So I have, a lot of people were asking about the mounting locations, so I have the top cards radiator mounted in the exhaust port on the 780T case, which is what we have here, 780T. Still have my front intake 140mm fans. So 780T case, the exhaust is used with the radiator, which is really nice. I mean, you think the radiator, that's why I do have a push-pull. So as you can see, there's a fan in the back and in the front, and I have this fan hooked up to the inline fan controller here, so I can turn this up, and it will turn that fan up, so it will also exhausting more air. And I have these fans, these 2 fans here, that fan there, and also the second radiator is mounted here. Let me turn that down for you. The second radiator for the bottom graphics card, the bottom Titan-X, is mounted here in the bottom front. Push-pull configuration as well, and I have the fan pushing area also hooked up to the radiator, as well as, to the fan controller, as well as these fans here, these 3 fans here pushing air into this radiator, hooked up to the fan controller. So I have, I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this fan is also hooked up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 fans hooked to the inline fan controller, which is really nice, and it's powered by a SATA. And I checked the amps of the fans, and each fan header is supposed to be able to push at least 1 amp, so should be pretty good. And as well as these 3 fans, the airflow fans on the underside here, is hooked up to the motherboard through 1 connection, the CPU fan header. So both Titan-X's are now hybrids. Awesome. give me amazing temperatures. So we're in the middle of Crysis 3 here, sitting at 1,354 megahertz with a 53 degrees Celsius. This one's like 0.4 megahertz slower, 51 degrees fluctuating there. That's the overclock I have with Turbo Boost. 150 on the cores, 200 on the memory on the Titan Nexus. 40% utilization in this game with the Titan Nexus, so no bottleneck. A lot of people were complaining about there's got to be a bottleneck with the 4790K with dual Titan Nexus. Clearly there's not. When these things with the pause screen are at 70 degrees, and as soon as I open it up, I do have it on, what is it? VSync on. So let me see if I can turn off VSync here for you. Graphics. There we go. Do that. Alright, there we go. So now you can see 98% usage on the primary card, and this one's hovering in the low 90s, which it should, being the secondary card. And I'm sitting at, see if we can see that, 88, 89 frames per second here in 4K max settings on Crysis 3. So as you can see, there's no bottleneck present. I am at 47 degrees, or 45% CPU usage. Okay, no bottlenecking. There's no hardware misoptimization here. Alright? Okay, guys. I believe that's everything. This is also just a 1080p 60Hz panel, and that I said is the Asus PB28Q7 28-inch 4K 60Hz panel. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please follow me or subscribe to me on YouTube. YouTube name is RITEinTHrEye space Tech Enthusiast. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching.